Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday Night Warfare, brought to you by the Armchair Dragoons. It is a pleasure to be among you as ever. I know you're looking and you're wondering, what in the heck is going on here? What am I looking at? Why am I looking at it? You guys have been playing nothing but I Ain't Been Shot, Mom, Charlie Don't Surf, and other things related to the Two Fat Lardies since forever. That's when, since forever. And now you're showing me this? What can it be? Well, this is something I have wanted to do for a very, very long time. I just published I have been a huge fan of the IP of Games Workshop for an awful long time. And I haven't much liked the rules in second edition. And so we played a lot of Xenos Rampant and all these other things. But when Grimdark Future came out, I got actually very, very excited. And that was because it, as Chrono has said, it kind of takes the GW universe and files the numbers off and tries to make the rules make sense. And I really think it succeeds at that. At least I hope so. So I built this around the idea of playing the Battle for Armageddon campaign that appeared in White Dwarf 101 years ago. And if you now look on the channel, you will see the first campaign moves from the Battle of Armageddon board game that led to the construction of this battle. Now, I will say that those competitors were Dalinor and OJ. Dalinor has gone missing. We're putting out an all-points bulletin for that one. We'll just have to see what he's doing with that. Instead, Achilles has joined us to play Space Tanks, which will be fun. It will be remembered that the scenario involves the orcs, Mike, that's Mike over here, crossing a river to attack a fortified Imperial Guard position. These guys here. I will tell you that the orc forces were bought by Velker and will show a certain Velker tendency to min-max. Mine, the Imperial Guard, were built by me with a slight tendency to try to make them create more of what I understand about the lore. This may have an effect on the battle, and if it does in a bad way, I may apologize or not. I don't know. So we shall see. Let's go to the rules. Why would I think we could manage rules like this? Because there are 4 pages of them. All right. Units. They have stats. The 2 most important that they have are quality and defense. Quality is what they need for attacks and morale. Defense is what they need for, well, defense. They then have a series of items that refer to their gear and to their special abilities if they have them. You will notice that I have the armies here. If you haven't seen it, folks, go to the one-page rule Army Forge. All their army lists, an incredibly good army list builder that produces these PDFs, are available online and for free. Don't miss out. It's really kind of cool. So what do? Well, we have dice. We know all about those. We know all about re-rolls. We know about roll-offs. The biggest thing in the game is the quality test. You will be required to make a quality test to see if a unit succeeds at doing something. When it states to make a quality test, roll a die. If you roll their quality value or higher, it's a success. Everything else is a failure. I'm pretty sure you can manage that. A 6 is always a success. A 1 is always a failure. There are 2 kinds of weapons. Ranged and melee. Ranged have a range value, could be used for shooting. Melee doesn't have one and are in melee. I know you're still puzzled. Distances are measured from bases. We know that. Line of sight. There are 3 methods of line of sight in this game. We were playing the basic line of sight, which is you basically it's called true LOS. You get down behind the model and see what it can see. There's generally a desire to make sure that you can see 10% of the model or more if it's in cover. That's why we have an umpire. Models can always see in all directions. They may always ignore friendly models from their own unit for purposes of line of sight. They may not see through solid obstacles, including the perimeter of other units. Models always have a line of sight to themselves and may target themselves. That's for abilities. The first thing we'll do, we'll get to this when we prepare the battlefield. You will each be deploying your army within 12 inches. This is a standard table. I didn't double it for a change. I know you're shocked. You'll be deploying your forces in a particular way that we'll get to within 12 inches of each of your baselines. We talked about that. Every turn goes, we have a game of 4 rounds. Each round is made up of multiple turns. Each turn is made up of a single activation. An activation is a single action. After you've deployed your armies, the game starts with the first round. The player that won deployment roll-off takes the first turn. During your turn, the player picks a unit that has not been activated and activates it, performing an action. We go back and forth, each side taking actions. When we're done with that, a round has ended. Each game, unless otherwise stated, most are 4 rounds. What are the actions? Hold, advance, rush, and charge. Those are all the basic actions. Hold, don't do anything, but you can shoot. Advance, 6 inches of movement. Who moves 6 inches in this game? Everything. Move 6 inches and can shoot after moving. Rush, move 12 inches, can't shoot. Charge, move 12 inches into melee. It's a different action. You may not move to within 1 inch of any other unit, friendly or enemy. Unit coherency. All models in a unit must always stay within 1 inch of one other model, and they must be within 9 inches of all models in the unit. It's probably the most complicated rule in the system, which means you gotta bunch them up. So if we take a look at these conscripts over here, these IG conscripts, no unit can be further than 9 inches from another. It isn't that hard to do. But you do have to bunch up. Remember, you don't block your own line of sight within the same unit. How do we shoot? You pick a valid target. Everybody in the unit can shoot. Line of sight, however, is true, which means you only get to shoot those figures that have line of sight to the target. Some might not. Many units have multiple weapons types. I'm thinking particularly of these tanks, which in this case has a Nova cannon and twin heavy flamers. If you have multiple weapon types, you may separate each weapon type into its own weapon group. Each group may be fired at a different target, but you may only shoot at 2 targets per turn. No more than 2. How do you shoot? You roll the dice. You determine how many attacks it has. Let's take a look at these stats. You will notice the Primus, this tank, it has a Nova cannon. It has a range of 36 inches. It has an attack of 1. 1 attack. Its twin heavy flamer has an attack of 2, so it gets to roll 2 dice. Its quality is 4. It needs a 4 or better to score a hit. After you score a hit, the opponent has to roll to block. It takes a look at its defense. We will look at these orc specialists here. Their defense is a 5 or better. If they were to be hit twice, they would have to roll 2 dice, beating a 5 or better. Each wound that a unit takes, the defending player must remove 1 model as a casualty. The defending player may remove models from the target in any order, but keep coherency in mind. That is the entire set of rules for shooting. Picking targets for melee. You must pick one valid target, and all models in the unit must charge it. If any model makes contact, there is a valid melee. You get to go up to 12 inches, you'll remember, in your charge move. Once all charging models have moved, all models from the ranged unit that are not in base contact with the charging model must move by up to 3 inches to get into base contact with the charging model, or as close as possible. You must be in base contact to strike, or be within 2 inches of a model from the target unit. So if you can get to within 2 inches of the enemy, you can hit it. And it works the exact same way. The biggest difference between shooting and melee is that in melee you may return your hit if you're in a melee. The catch is you may only attack with a normal strength once per round. That's basically a turn. The next time you're in melee, for any reason, you only hit on a 6. We then need to determine who won the melee. You sum the total number of wounds that each unit caused and compare it. If one caused more wounds than the other, it counts as the winner. And the opposing unit takes a morale test. Only the loser takes a morale test. After determining who won and taking morale tests, the unit may make consolidation moves. They may move by up to 3 inches. If neither of the units are destroyed, however, the charging unit must move back by 1 inch to separate. As units take casualties, they will be pinned by enemy fire or flee from the battlefield entirely. Whenever a unit takes wounds that leave it with half or fewer of its starting size or toughness, if you're a single model, whenever it loses a melee, it must take a morale test. To take a morale test, the affected unit simply takes one regular quality test. If it's successful, nothing happens. If it's unsuccessful, you are shaken. Units in melee don't take morale tests from wounds, but must compare the total number of wounds each caused instead. If you lose, you have to take the morale test. We already talked about that. Shaken units are fatigued and automatically fail morale tests as long as they're shaken. They may be activated, but must spend their entire activation being idle and doing nothing. If you have half or fewer units in figures in your unit than you started with, and you fail a morale test, you rout and leave the board. Let's talk about terrain. We have open terrain. We have blocking terrain. It blocks line of sight. Go figure. We have cover terrain. This allows you to hide. You get a +1 for defense roll. For example, this is cover terrain. These are cover terrain, the craters. This, on the other hand, is blocking terrain, the walls. We also have difficult terrain, that's the river. If any model or unit moves through difficult terrain at any point, you cannot move more than 6 inches in that turn. We have a few special rules. There are a lot of term rules we'll have to go through one by one. You'll have to look at your figures to understand what they mean. They're one of the ways the game does get a little broader. It's kind of like the cards in Valor and Fortitude. But I wanted to point out a very few extra actions you can take in special situations. You can hunker down. You know what that's like. You know what that is. Tactical is what it is. You remain idle, and be shooting at you, get a -2 to your hit rolls until your next activation. Defensive stance. You brace for melee. You remain idle. You may not strike back, but Units that are attacking you in melee roll a -2. Shaken units may not do this. You may attempt to pin your enemy by shooting wildly so they keep their heads down. You may not move. You may shoot only, hitting on rolls of 6+, but you roll 1 die per hit, and if you roll at least 1 4+, the target must make a morale test. I love that rule. It's a very simple way to try to shake a unit with fire. It's going to be tough to do on units with good quality, however. Units increase their shooting precision in using focused fire. The unit may not move, and it gets a +1 to hit if you're shooting within 12 inches. And yes, because I know you love it, Overwatch. Hold off from doing anything and prepare to shoot charging enemies or engage in deadly firefights. You may react to 2 things. Movement. You may shoot at any enemy at any point, but you get a -1 to hit. You may shoot back at an enemy within 24 inches that shot at it with a -1 to hit. These are considered solid buildings. They are considered medium. They have 11 hit points. You can destroy them.
Which buildings?
All
of them.
This one?
All of these?
It's that one.
All the ones that look white to me?
Oh, you can't see them?
Yeah, the graphics did. I mean, the graphics came down, and just none of the color did. But is this a building here?
That is not. That is an obstacle.
Okay.
The only one is this.
Okay.
Achilles, can you see them?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure we didn't have a problem where they weren't loading properly.
Keep talking. I'm just going to drop out for a minute.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
back in and
That's
see
cool.
if it reloads it.
All right. That is all the rules. We will now go to...
Ron says he's still at work.
Okay.
Okay, you said the movement for everything is 6 inches?
Yep, except, and like I said, we're about to get, there is a little bit, and I accept the fact, let me get here, give me a second. I have to get up, I have to put up a separate page. There is I need my army forge. Because it's got a hyperlink thing. Once we get, if we like these rules and we decide to stick with them for any length of time, we will have you all get, it's all free. Their army forge is all free, and you can look up your army list and they're all hyperlinked. So you get all the special abilities very, very easy that way. But anyway, talking about the battle tank, for example. The battle tanks, they are fast. They get a +2 to their advance and a +4 to their rush charge, so they move 8 and 12. Or sorry, 8 and 16. 8 and 16.
And this other dude is slow, so...
Who is that? What's he labeled as?
The crowd here.
Yeah.
What?
He's artillery.
Oh, the artillery. The field artillery. Field artillery, -2 when advancing, -4 when rushing. So, 4 and 8. All right, you must now set up objectives. Let's have the attacker. That's OJ. Roll 1d6. It's a d3 + 2. Oh. So it's 3 objectives. Now do a roll-off, please. High roll wins.
Achilles.
It's Achilles. The winner places the first, then the players alternate. You must place them outside your deployment zones and over 9 inches from any others. There are 3. Look at these lovely, lovely markers. These are pre-made. I didn't make them. OJ, you get 2.
No, Achilles gets
2. No. You get number 2.
Oh, gotcha.
And Achilles gets 1 and 3. So Achilles, again, your deployment zone is 12 inches in, so you have to place it outside there, and you have to place it outside OJ's, so it's got to be somewhere in between.
Okay.
Hey, Credo. Hey, Robert. The powder does not get moist. Okay, OJ, place number 2. Lovely. And Achilles, place 3.
All right.
Yeah, keep going. Oh, never mind. You're fine. Keep going a little more. The marker itself, the center piece has to be 12 inches in, more than 12 inches. So you're fine there. Okay, I think those are excellent spots. I'll lock them. The reason those circles are around there, if you are the only person within those circles, if you're the only one with units inside those circles, it is yours. And dig this. I can color
You have
them.
to hold them or just take them?
Yeah, they stay yours, even if you leave.
Ah.
So if Achilles starts in number 1, that's his automatically, and I can't take it.
No, no. What his point is, you don't have to leave units there to hold it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
You do not have to leave units there to hold it. I can't believe I didn't send out a tweet. It's because Ron wasn't here. I just did. Okay. And again, your goal is to be the one controlling 2 or more of them by the end of the game. Yeah. So, obviously, as you're... Oh, now we have to do setups. Once the mission has been set up, the players roll off, and the winner must start deploying their army first. Yep, that's it. Please roll off. Whoever rolls highest must begin setting up first. Achilles, congratulations on your high die rolling skills. You're first. You must deploy 1 unit within that 12-inch space.
Okay. Let's see. And you said facing doesn't actually matter.
Doesn't matter a bit.
Okay.
I can't believe you just said facing doesn't matter.
I know. Some games it doesn't really matter much, and I ain't been shot mom either, to tell you the whole truth.
Get over there and stay there.
Tell that tank to stay put.
Yeah. What's the matter with you?
All right. OJ.
All right. I'm sorry. These didn't load, but you said this was obstacles, right?
Yep, those are obstacles. Okay. They used to be fortifications, but the orcs have taken them out as they approached.
What's the range on my artillery?
So all of them are on the tooltip.
They are. Okay.
30 inches and 24 inches.
Okay.
Now you'll notice that is actually a unit of 3.
Mm-hmm.
All 3 come out at the same time.
Didn't I get all 3?
Yeah, they should be there.
There's 1 on the gun, isn't there?
No. You've got 3 of these dudes.
Oh, all 3 guns come out at the same time.
Yeah.
I thought it was talking bases.
Nope.
Gotcha. Alright, and I'm sorry. Hang on 1 second here. The range is 24, you said.
You've got 2 guns. Always be looking at that. If you bring up the tooltip, you've got the tractor beam, which has a 30-inch, and you've got the smasher cannon, which has a 24-inch.
Alright, thank you.
Achilles, next.
All right. On the artillery, is it indirect fire or does it have to fire direct?
That one has to fire directly. Some don't. This one does.
Okay. All right.
Mr. McGuire, pleasant evening. Those are not colored bases. Stop saying that. Andrew, good to see you. They are not colored bases. Turk is chanting orcs. That's what I would have expected. All right, OJ, I think it's your turn.
Yep.
Oh, he has an airplane.
He does.
That seems wrong. Who built my army?
Me?
Oh God.
So Achilles, Velcro
Yeah.
built mine. So neither one of us are actually going to lose tonight because we're going to blame one of those two.
Good point.
That's right. It's back to me.
It is.
All right. Let's see. These are these part of this?
No, the snipers are a unit unto themselves.
Ah.
Now, let's talk about that ability because you're going to want to know about it. Scout. They may be set aside before deployment. After all other units finished, they must be deployed and may move by up to 12 inches, ignoring terrain. So you're going to want to put them out last.
Okay.
They are also possessed of stealth. What is stealth? Enemies get a -1 to hit when shooting at them when all models have this rule and it's over 9 inches away.
Okay. So, for deployment, is it squad by squad?
Yes, all 6 of these ogres are a squad. They're actually they are known in the lore as Ogren.
Are they indeed?
Ogres in the service of the Emperor.
All right. Let's see if they're gonna fit here.
Yes, you do. You want to grab them by onesies, perhaps.
Yeah.
But you'll notice your leader has horns, so that'll be good.
Go Viking. Okay.
All right, Mike.
All right. What are CCWs?
Close combat weapons.
Gotcha. All right. And my ultra bosses up here on the table edge.
Mm-hmm.
Are those anything they deploy us all 3 together?
They are together.
All right.
I brought out this other group of flying things.
Okay. What if this is all one thing?
That is 1 unit. That is first squad.
Okay.
Inside first squad, you have an autocannon.
Okay. Where is first squad end? Because I see first squad 112 there, 112
Oh,
there.
that's the only one that's
112
wrong.
there.
Hang on. Now you see all of first squad because that one's fixed.
So it's all these guys?
This is second squad here. These guys here are first squad.
Okay. So.
Nope. He's second squad. Look at him.
Oh, he is. Yeah. Okay. All right. So all of this. Then.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Ah, gotcha. All right. Figure out where I'm gonna put them.
All right, Mike, you see what he's doing? Why don't you put out another one?
All right. What's a bomb beast? That's a single use. Okay.
Yeah, I love this so much. He's got a little buddy. See this?
Uh-huh.
He's got a little Gretchen with a machine gun.
That's the orc.
That's your boss, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Taz. And as long as you keep your guys in a big clump, they'll be fine, right? You know, because they've got to be 9 inches apart, and that's pretty easy there.
Okay.
All right.
Herd of goblins. Those guys, they have a short lifespan, I sort of suspect. Achilles. Right about the same length as Imperial Guard conscripts. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
More copters.
Man, he's got a lot of those. I seem to have lost the high ground before we even started.
Make it up with that plethora of AA that you have.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. And then there's these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And they do something special.
Now, parenthetically, these are 2 different guys. You've got
Yep.
the company leader, and then you've got the 3 snipers. So the 3 snipers you're going to want to set aside till OJ is done.
Okay.
And then your company leader, you'll notice he's got drill sergeant, hero, and tough. Let's talk about those rules very briefly. Hero. He may deploy as part of another unit. He takes the morale tests on behalf of that unit, but must use the unit's defense until all other models have been killed. So you can stick him into any other unit.
Okay.
And he then takes the morale tests for them.
Okay. So let's see. And the morale test is his quality.
Is his quality correct?
Okay.
So you got these conscripts at 6+. You've got,
Yeah. I was thinking of putting him with the conscripts so that he toughens them up.
Yeah, that would work. He also, you will see, has the abilities drill sergeant and tough. It's actually battle drills. The model, he gets the furious trait if they already had furious. We'll go through that. And he is tough, which means he can take 3 hits before he dies.
Okay. Back to you, OJ.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You and your all-air assault force over there.
Can't go there because he didn't fit.
Yeah, I know. I just realized that.
The hell is that thing?
It's a car gamp. This is my son doing stuff. What can I tell you?
Brutal and cunning Titan. Oh, great.
Also known as a Velcanator.
Yeah, it's the
Oh my
Vulcanator.
God. Why do I have a feeling
right.
I lost this match before I ever saw the map?
Just so you know, you're outnumbered on a points basis because of Ron 4-1.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, so
Thanks, Ron.
Yeah, you've been placed into the chute. Now it's not quite that bad. It's a mere 40% point advantage. And I did throw in some defenses because you were supposed to have fortifications, but we'll see. Now you may place your snipers and move them up to 12 inches to get them into place.
Okay. Let's see.
Obviously, you can start 12 inches in to begin with.
Okay. So there is 12, and then I can move them up.
Correct.
Okay.
All right. That's the table startup. Well, just like every 40K table I've ever seen, it's darn busy, I'll say that. People are pretty much right on freaking top of each other. Oh, hey.
Does seem kind of crowded.
This is one-page rules. You didn't debase those, Has. And Achilles, according to Has, you're coming across a little quiet.
Really?
Yeah, I heard you just fine. It's kind of weird. Let me see if I can take your gain up a little bit.
Tell Has to turn up his volume.
Yeah, turn up the volume.
Man, that's got to be the first time and only time in my
Yeah, I was going to say, you're being quiet, sir. Here you go. I'll take you up a little bit. You are now louder.
All right.
The cackling we hear in the background is his wife laughing at that statement.
I believe that to be true. Okay. There's this. There's all that.
Been accused of many things, but being quiet is never
Not
been one
among
of
them. Yeah. Oh, there we are. All right. And Achilles, you won the deployment round, so you take the first turn. This is where you will activate one unit to do one thing.
Okay.
And you remember, your things you may do, your base things are hold, advance, rush, charge.
Right. Okay.
You are, of course, and I would never deny you, allowed to overwatch.
Yep. Okay. We will start with these guys are going to go on Overwatch.
Sorry, I realized all of a sudden I was missing a couple critical markers, not the least of which is Overwatch. So I know I have those in my chain of command bin. All right, let's try that again. Who are you overwatching?
The conscripts there.
Conscripts, they're just going to sit there and they're going to overwatch. OJ, it's your turn.
My turn. I'm gonna activate my shredders, and they can move.
All right, let's talk about their abilities since you got them. Bad shot. Well, you know what that means. That's why they're going to get a -1 to shoot. They're fast. You remember what that means. That means that they get to, if they're at, they get those two different moves. Okay? They get the, hang on a second. I don't know why I don't have them right up in front of me, which would make this 20 times easier. They are flying. They may move through obstacles. They ignore terrain effects when moving. I guess that isn't a terrible surprise. They are furious. When charging, unmodified rolls of 6 do an extra hit. That's the thing that the hero confers, by the way, down there. Let's remember fast, though. 2 when advancing and 4 when rushing. What are they doing?
They're advancing.
All right, they're going to advance, so they get a move of 8.
Now, do they shoot right away if they can?
No, that's
later, right?
If they advance, they can shoot. Yes, they can shoot away.
But is that now, or is this?
That is right now. That is right now. Okay. You get to activate once per turn.
All right, so I'm sorry, I just dropped them for a second here because they don't.
Nope.
Okay. I was just trying to get a feel for this. Okay. Now, advance is fine. They're done.
All right. Achilles.
All right. So where do we count line of sight from? Is it the center of the base?
Just the unit, any part of the unit. But remember, so like for example, if he could get it, it should be out from here, out from his front, pretty much.
But he doesn't have a facing, you said.
Yeah, right. So he can shoot this way. The only thing he can't do is shoot through this obstacle. He can't shoot through that.
Right. He can't shoot through that, but he can shoot here. Right.
Yeah. I don't see why not. Be a cover. He'd get a cover save, but other than that.
Okay.
Do I know
well,
these snipers are actually here?
Yeah, absolutely. You know they're there. You just can't shoot them.
I just can't shoot at them.
Because they're hiding. They're hiding.
They laugh. They laugh at you.
They laugh at you and they say, "Ha ha!"
Come see us. Come find us.
Okay.
Okay.
Come see us.
Fury is going to take a shot at you.
All right, now take a look at Fury real quick, and there's certainly no problem with that. He's got two different guns, right? He's got the Nova Cannon 36, which does blast. What does blast do? Well, in order to look at who's got blast that I can look at real quick, I'll just go back to the... I thought surely I would have that, but I guess not. Come on now. Huh, I guess I gotta look for it here. I'm very disappointed. I like my automatic linky thing.
Quick question also while you're doing that. What did you say the range is for like infantry guys?
It's by their weapons. You gotta look at their weapons. It's on their tooltip.
Is it? Because I see like 10 times CCW, 10 times rifle. Okay, close CCW is close combat, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's 24 inches. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, blast. Each attack from weapons with this rule ignores cover and multiplies its hit by 10. However, or by X, I should say. However, it can't deal more hits than models in the target unit. So, this unit has a blast. So, its first item is its Nova Cannon, which has a blast of 6. So, it's actually going to... it multiplies however many hits it gets by 6. It also has AP1. What does that mean? It means that arm unit gets a -1 to its defense rolls. So that Nova Cannon is a nasty, wicked weapon. It's going to shoot at them. Is there anything that would modify this? I don't think so. Nope. Flying, furious, shooty, tough. Nope. Okay. So what you're going to do, Achilles, is you are going to give them a shot with 1 die. Your quality is a 4. And so, you need a 4 or better.
Okay.
No.
Oh, drat.
You now have a twin heavy flamer, which I think is out of range. Yes, it is.
It's out of range.
Yeah. All right, so that's it. They're done.
Oh, that was easy.
OJ.
All right. We'll move my bomber.
All right, let's talk about the bomber, because he has some very particular rules. He is an aircraft, which is so much fun. Did they add that in later?
Yeah, that's under special rules reference.
Is it? Okay, good. Where? What pages? Oh, there it is, yeah.
There's only 2 pages.
Yeah, true. It flies far above the battlefield. It ignores all units and terrain when moving and stopping. It may only use the advance action. It moves in a straight line between 30 and 36 inches. It may not turn. Units targeting it get a -12 range and a -1 to hit. So you got to put it wherever it is. And you got to go straight. You can turn it first, but then you've got to go straight 30 to 36 inches. You're flying over him, so yeah, that's legit. Oh, dear God. All right. So you can see you have 3 weapons. Which one do you want to do first? You can do all of them.
And can I spread the weapons out to multiple units?
2 targets.
2 targets.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. The dorsal gunner will go against second squad.
All right. He's got a quality of 4, so that's 3 dice for 4+. One hit. Potentially, anyway. And that is a -1 to his quality. So now you make a defense check. You'll need a 6 to block it, Achilles.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, got him. All right, so that's 1 guy down. Next weapon.
All right, super machine gun against the tank. Primus.
Super MG against the tank. It has the ability Lock On. Lock On. Weapons with the special rule ignore cover and all -5 modifiers to hit rolls and range. Not an issue here. 3 dice for a 4. 1 hit. It has an AP of 1, so it needs usually would need a 2. It'll need a 3. Yeah. So 3 or better Achilles to block it.
One die, right?
1 die. Yep.
Okay.
Blocked it. Next.
And then the twin plasma against the tank.
Twin plasma against the tank. That's 2 dice. AP 4. Ow. And a blast. Ooh. Ow. 2 dice for 4.
1.
It's 1 hit. It has a blast of 3. It cannot cause more hits than there are units. So it hits for 3. AP, however, minus. Oh, yeah, no, it's a single hit because you're firing at a single. Yeah, it's only got 1 unit in the army. So 1 die, but you need Achilles, I think, a 6. Yeah, you need a 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not liking my odds here.
He's not dead. He has a toughness of 6. You take 6 hits to kill that dude. He has only one of... Oh, sorry, he's got toughness of 12. Let me take that back. He's a long way from dead. Keep going. So that was the bomber. Achilles, go.
All right. I think Primus would like to shoot back at the damn thing.
It's a -1 because he is a flyer. He's got both his heavy flamer and his Nova cannons. So, yeah, which one do you want to do first?
We'll do the Nova cannon first.
So it's a -1 because of the range, and it is an A1. So it's a 1d6. So you need a 5. No. Twin Flamer, you get 2 dice, and you would also need a 5. Got him. It's AP of 1, yep. So, Mike, you got to check that thing. You're a defense of 2. That's a good defense. But his AP is 1, so you need a 1 die for 3 or better, Mike. Yes, blocked it. Back to Mike.
All right. We will move the Goblin Artillery, which has a slow, which is what, a -2? On an advance?
Correct. So that'd make him either a 4 or a 10.
All right, and I have to probably do something like this, right?
I would say.
I like the first rule here. If it's not explicitly stated in the rules, use common sense.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The problem is, who is the decider of common sense?
Me.
Exactly.
No, we call Velker in.
Yeah, we call Velker. We ask what he thinks. What would Velker?
Oh, well, there we
what
go.
would Velker do?
We won't call Ron, that's for sure. Oh,
Yeah. So you're all set there?
I'm done.
All right, Achilles.
All right. Well, I think the infantry squad is gonna. They probably don't have much chance against this plane.
Actually, they do. If you take a look, they've got that missile launcher.
Oh yeah.
Now their quality sucks. Let that be said. But because it's got lock on, doesn't take the penalty from that thing flying around like that.
Okay.
The regular unit has rifles. I mean, they're just going to fire rifles needing 6s.
Okay. Well, we're gonna take a shot at this thing.
All right, so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 dudes looking for 6s.
Okay.
Two. And did they have AP? I don't think they did. No. So, Mike, you got to block 2 of them, and you need 2 or better.
Nope. Failed
Ouch.
one.
That's a hit. You are also tough, Mike. So you have a toughness of 6. So that knocks you 1 off the beam. Next, you get to fire your missile with lock on. That is a single attack. Yeah, it's a single attack. What is deadly? I've read this a million times. Whenever a model takes wounds from a weapon, you multiply the wounds suffered by X. A must be resolved first, and wounds suffered by the target don't carry over to other models if it is killed. Ooh. So, yeah, this thing it actually hits for a good deal more if it hits, because it is deadly 3, I think. Yes. So, Achilles, 1 die to hit. You do need a 5. Miss. OJ, over to you.
Alright. Ultra bosses will move at an advance.
Advance.
Yeah. Oh, wait, not advance. Yeah, an advance.
Okay.
Six. I think their longest range weapons at 18
Yeah, shoot over the wall.
range. Oh, yeah, that
That
too.
reminds me, is this the same as the wall that blocks LOS?
If you're directly behind it, yes.
That was my move.
Well, for example, you can't see through it that way, right?
Those guys, yeah, correct.
Okay.
But if these guys get behind it, they can see through it and then get cover from behind it. Kind of like hedges in Chain of Command.
Okay.
All right, he has moved the Ultra Bosses. It's your move, Achilles.
All right. Let's see. Wouldn't if this guy's flying up in the air, then he doesn't have any blocked LOS, right?
Correct.
So anybody could shoot it.
I'd say so.
All right.
Just remember, all distance to him is increased by 12 inches.
Right. And I don't have anybody that could actually fire on him. So. All right. Interesting. Okay. We're going to put this guy on Overwatch.
Oh, the gun?
Oh,
OJ.
Alright. Take the Goblin Herd.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to move at a rush. That way.
Goblin herd is rushing.
Well,
Yeah,
which is they're highly motivated.
That is not a sentence I expected to hear when I woke up this morning.
Well, see, that's why you show up here to Wednesday Night Warfare.
That's why you wake up in the morning.
That's right.
That's right.
And
You
it's
never know what the day is going to bring.
And it's you, Achilles.
All right. You just want to hang out, man. Okay. We'll put these guys on Overwatch.
OJ.
My Titan.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can shoot 36 inches with my death ray, right? Deathstorm Plasma.
First of all, you know, I do love the fact that I make you guys say things like Death Ray and stuff like that. Your
Can't see
Deathstorm,
through this.
your Deathstorm plasma can. That height he can.
I'm sorry.
Like-
What?
I mean,
I'm like
if you want, okay, if you want to go back and redo that Achilles, you can. But remember, we do true line of sight, right? So
Yeah.
as high up as this guy is,
I see. So he's an LOS of everything too. Then.
pretty much.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
But if you want to go back and shoot at him with this, you can.
Well, he was out of range for this.
Was he?
Yeah. This only has a 30-inch range.
Oh, a mere 30. Okay. I mean, 30 inch on a 48 wide table is pretty good, but yeah. All right, you have a death ray, sir.
Uh-huh.
You wish to use it?
Yes, please.
It's got a blast 3. It is a P4G. Who are you going to use it on?
Cannon.
He's using it on my artillery.
On your artillery? Sure. Quality 4. I don't see any modifiers. So he's got 3 attacks?
A3, AP4, Blast 3.
It's the A. 3. 3 attacks at 4. 3 for 4.
What's the 1X Gunmaster shooty?
You just look at Shooty, and that's the ability. Shooty.
Yeah, it's not on this page. That's what
Why
I was asking.
isn't where's Shooty go? Aha, this one I may have to go to this one for. It's just about every orc on the planet has Shooty. While shooting, unmodified die rolls of 6 duel an extra hit.
Okay. So 3d6.
Yeah, for 4.
None.
None. Miss. Achilles. Now, that's an Overwatch trigger if you want it.
Yeah, but he's out of range.
No, yeah, good point.
Won't matter.
I'm being stupid. Please continue.
Or I would have shot at him in the first place.
In the first instance, yeah. All right.
I got nothing that can shoot it. All right, we'll put these guys in Overwatch.
OJ.
Alright. We'll take our buzzins. They're fast, so they can move 8.
Mm-hmm.
And I think 12, 18, and 24.
Are these things up in the air too?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Alright, we'll take they're
But they're not. They don't have the same ability of that. They don't create the minuses that the airplane does.
No, but more important, they can see over all the damn walls.
Yeah. Mhm.
He has complete
Okay.
air supremacy here.
we'll shoot here at the orcs.
The ogres.
Ogres.
You have the orcs.
Yeah.
What
Ogres.
are you shooting with the rapid fire plasma rifle?
Yeah, that's the only thing that's in range.
Yeah, you've only got one of those. So two dice for 4 shooting at the ogrins.
Now is that per base?
No, you only have. You'll notice if you take a look at your unit, only one. You have 2 guys with rocket launchers and 1 with a rapid plasma rifle.
Gotcha. Alright, so 2 dice for 4, we said?
2 dice for 4. Yep.
There we go.
2 hits potentially. AP on those plasma rifles is 4. Ow! Oh dear. So that's a total of 6. Yeah. Wait up. Okay. And IG. Yeah, so you need 6s. 2 for 6s, Achilles. Those guys are 4-4.
Nope.
So these guys are toughness 3 each. obviously he won't be your leader. But. All right, Achilles, you're up.
Okay. All right. These guys are in range.
Mm-hmm.
So.
It's this guy, this guy, this guy. You're going to shoot at the copters?
Yeah.
So it'd be these 5 and your first squad.
This is the
autocannon, yeah. Mm-hmm. Sorry, that's what I meant. So you've got 5 shots at 5, yeah. So it's going to be 5 for 5. And then 3 for 5 with nastier results if you hit them. So 5 for 5 first. Nothing.
Wow.
And then you've got 3 for 5 on an AP2.
Oh.
2 hits, AP2. And so, yeah, you need 2 for 6s, Mike.
Oh, sorry, there's 1.
No, it's a hit.
And there's the other one.
2 hits. So these guys got toughness of 3, so that's 2 on them. All right. Mike, you're up.
Alright. My orc specialist back here will... Yeah, they're not fast. Brush. Do they have to go all 12 or they can go
Nope,
up to...
nope, up to.
Okay. We'll stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Mr. Achilles.
Achilles.
I only got 1 unit that hasn't done anything. So let's yeah. We'll put these guys on Overwatch.
All right. All right. OJ.
I guess all I have left is my commander for boss, but I think he's going to just stay put for the moment.
All right. That is round 1. That is a game. That is a game round of Grimdark Future. That's how it works. There really isn't a whole lot more to it than that. With that in mind, how do we determine the second round? I think.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Can you go inside the buildings?
This one, yes. Yes.
Okay.
The others, not.
Okay.
That's why I made it permeable.
And can you shoot out of it?
Yes, you can. Yes, you may.
Oh. Okay.
I gave you that bit of cover. I didn't know who you might want to claim it with. Yeah, there's choices there.
Everybody? Oh, wait.
Yeah, no, you in that unit you can put 11 guys, or basic otherwise what fits, and nothing taller than all that. So no Titans in there. The okay. Gotta get to my
all those things I don't have.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so Achilles, it's back to you to start round 2.
Okay. Oh, all the Overwatches come off?
No, they stay on. They stay on until that unit next activates.
Okay. I think we will start with Primus over here. I'm just going to shoot at this plane again.
I can't imagine why. Well, you want to start with the Nova Cannon or the Twin Flamer?
The Nova Cannon.
That's 1 die for a 5. Got him.
Yay.
At least potentially. Now, this is a Blast 6, so he hits for 6. And he's got an AP of 1. His defense is a 2. So 6 hits, Mike. 3 or better. Ooh, good saves.
Jeez.
Good saves. We did put a hit on him. Did put a hit. Okay, and then Primus fires her twin flamers. 2 dice, 5 or better. Nothing. OJ, your turn.
All right, and so my plane goes 30 to 36 inches, right?
Yep, it has to go 30 to 36 inches in a straight line.
Straight line. After turning.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna attack the ogres anyway, so.
You attack the ogres? You attack the ogres? Oh, you're a jerk face. So, well, you've got all the weapons. Which one you want first?
Just go down in order.
Dorsal Gunner, 3 attacks, 3 for 4+. Nothing. I don't know how you miss an Ogren, but you do you. Super Machine Gun, 3 dice, 4+. 2 possible hits. What's the AP on those boys? 1. Armor on the ogres. They're 4. So 2 possible hits, Achilles, 5 or better. No. 2 hits. That kills 1, I think. Yep. And hangs another one out there. Okay. And your last one is Twin Plasma Cannon. Ow. Yeah, this is where that blast hurts. Because it's oh jeez. Anyway, it's a 2 for 5, 2 for 4 or better. One. So that becomes 3 hits because of blast, but it's got an AP of 4. So 3 hits, Achilles. You need 6s.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's that plasma gun. Oh, saved one of them.
Saved one.
Kills another guy. All right, that's the bomber, Achilles.
Okay. Since he flew past these guys on Overwatch, do they get to shoot at him?
They could see him anyway.
True, no. Yeah. Good point.
Yeah. And parenthetically, they can shoot him at any point, so they can get rid of that negative modifier if they want to do that too.
Okay.
They'll have the range. They'll have the -1 modifier to hit, but they won't be affected by the diminishment of their range.
Okay. Now these guys, on the other hand,
Mm-hmm.
they were on Overwatch, so they could shoot back, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But if I do that, they can't move. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I gotta figure if that's worth it. Yeah, I might as well. Okay.
Just gonna shoot him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot him.
All right. Well, they're considering they're right freaking there. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 mini grenade launchers. That's what you're chucking up at him. 4 dice for 5s. One hit. It has a blast, doesn't it? Yeah, for 3. So it's a total of, yeah, it's just the 1 though. And an AP of 1. 1 for 3, OJ. Got it.
Saved.
Yeah, OJ.
All right.
Oh, they lose their Overwatch, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like my bosoms. got ranges of 12, 18, and 24. No. Alright, so can the 8... Yep, so the 18 and the... I'm sorry. The rocket launchers and the plasma rifles are all going against the artillery.
All right. We'll start with the rocket launchers. Rocket launchers have a range of 8. So, yeah. You've got 2 of those. What is deadly? I know it's not good.
Deadly X.
Whenever a model takes wounds from this weapon, you multiply the wounds suffered by X. Okay. Ouch. Okay.
Deadly 3.
Yeah. All right, so the rocket launchers, 2 for 4. Two.
Both.
Yeah, and the AP is 2. Crop gun. This is 2 for 4 Achilles on the gun.
Okay.
Oh, both of those multiply to 6, and that kills this gun. Where's the third weapon going, OJ?
Might as well go against the ogres.
The rapid plasma rifle?
Yeah, you know what? We'll go against first squad.
Okay.
Yeah, rapid plasma rifle.
2 for 4.
One.
1 in prospect. What's the AP? What's the AP? It says 4. So 1 for 6.
Oops.
Is that right?
What happened there?
Killed that dude. Okay. All right. Achilles.
Okay. All right. Fury's going to shoot at this airplane.
Mm-hmm. Now, everything he's got is going to be shrunk by 12, so he can't use the flamer, but he certainly can
It's
use...
out of range for the
Yeah.
flamer anyway.
Mm-hmm. So he can certainly use the Nova Cannon. 1 for 5. Got him. That actually could smart. It's a blast 6. Yep. So that's actually 6 hits. Oh, that's the same thing he just saved against, isn't it? So it's 6 hits, and he's got a defensive 2, 3. So you need 6 for 3, Mike.
I'm sorry, say that. Oh,
6
right,
hits, you got to save him against
Yeah.
a 3.
Yeah.
2
failed
hits.
2. That's 4 hits on him now.
Yeah, his toughness is 6, so he's 2 away from dead. And OJ.
Alright. We'll take our goblin herd.
Mm-hmm.
We'll rush them.
They can only move... Oh, that way, sorry. Yep, go right ahead.
Oh, you thought they were...
Yeah, I thought you were crossing the river, which you cannot... Yeah, that's a 6 max.
Well, if I'm rushing, it's 12, right?
No, when you are rushing, you can go no more than 6. When you're crossing a river. Doing what you're doing, it's fine.
Oh, so if I went this way, I can go 6.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah, we'll do that then instead.
Okay. But that's everything.
So, yep. Okay.
Achilles.
Let's see. Okay. First squad is going to shoot at these helicopter thingies.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the regular, and 1 is the autocannon. We'll start with the regular. That is 5 for 5. 1 potential hit, and they have a defense of 5. So, Mike, you got to defend 1 die 5+.
Nope.
And I think...
That killed 1.
Yep, takes this one out. First kill. There it is. Helicopter. Boom. And now the autocannon. Autocannon is an AP2. 3 attacks at a 5, Achilles. One. 1 at a 5, mine. Save.
Safe.
Look. OJ.
All right. Like our shredders over here.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're fast, so they can go 8.
No, they can go faster than that, because remember, they ignore terrain entirely. So they can potentially go, shoot. Or are you just moving forward? You're not rushing?
Yeah, I'm not rushing.
Oh, yeah, that's 8. Yep.
Yeah. I think. 24. Yeah, so they can shoot these guys here.
With?
There's only one thing that they can. It's in range, I think.
Plasma rifle. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're outside the 18.
2 for 4.
But 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that is yeah, it's an AP4, so it's 1 for 6. Nope. Oddly enough, the conscript didn't make it, to the shock and surprise of many. They are on Overwatch. I don't think they got any kind of range to them. Well, they do. They could respond.
Don't they go off of the company commander?
No, he has to take their defensive value. They take his quality when doing morale checks.
Okay.
So, but you do
Okay.
you do have a shot here.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
How much do I get to?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're going to get 9 for a great quality of 6.
Great.
9 for 6. Well, it's the conscripts.
Aren't bad odds.
2. And then in addition, your company leader gets to shoot, and he has 2 for 4. Got them both, so that's a total of 4. There were no APs there, so it's 4 checks, Mike, looking for 5s.
Hit 'em
Killed one. Look at that. The conscripts come through. Wasn't the way to bet, but there it is. Don't mess with those Imperial Guard conscripts. They'll have none of your nonsense. OJ.
All right.
They lose their.
Yeah.
We'll move the Titan.
Alrighty.
Edge. And what's he got? 30, 36, 18. So can he see these guys and these guys? Or just
He could not see these guys. They are
Okay,
tucked
that's
in
fine.
behind there.
So that's 22. So he's got his quad heavy machine gun and his Deathstorm plasma cannon that he can use.
Okay. Let's begin with that quad heavy machine gun. Let's just say 12 dice for 4.
Ooh,
4.
only 4.
And what was the other one?
The death plasma.
The plasma, the Deathstorm. Okay. So that was 4. And now you get 3 more. 3 more for 4. 1 more 5. Okay. Yeah, it's all 6s. 5 for 6s, Achilles. Nothing.
Yeah. Not a 1.
That, I'm afraid, is how we get morale checks. That's actually our first one. I'm kind of impressed. Morale checks come in when you get to, I think it's half. I'm just checking. Basic line of sight. Force Organist deployed. We've already deployed. We've advanced. We've rushed. We've charged. Oh my goodness. Melee. Yes, we know all about that. Nobody's coming close to melee. There we are.
Half or less of the unit's total size or tough value.
Half or less. Okay, very good. In that case, we are at half or less. So,
I'm sorry. It says at the end of an activation where wounds leave a unit at. Okay, yeah. So that was my tie-in activated.
yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
So these guys have to make a check. Achilles, it'll be 1 die. They need a 5 or better.
Oh, great. I don't like their odds.
Yeah. If it is unsuccessful and the unit still has over half or more, it is shaken. They do not. They're gone.
So does Overwatch didn't buy him anything?
No, because he would have had to wait till the shooting was resolved and they just leave.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, wait though. You moved first, right?
Yes.
He would get to shoot you on that move. So I will. It doesn't change the outcome of the combat, but I will let him shoot you first.
Okay.
That is only fair.
So the Overwatch should have shot before I shot.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. So Achilles, for you, it's 10 dice for 5s.
Okay. I didn't realize that you get to shoot before he shoots. I thought you had to wait till he's active.
No, it's either movement or shooting can trigger Overwatch. 3. No AP, and you have an absurdly low defense. Yeah, so it's 3 for 2s. Got them all.
No hits.
All right, so he's gone. Achilles, your move.
Okay. Let's see who's left.
One thing I will say to you, Achilles, that nobody expects you to win this. I certainly didn't. The big thing, the big thing is also killing his units matter, such as you can.
Yeah. Oh, I'd really like to kill his units. I would.
Mm-hmm.
Really would.
Hey, if you read the history on the Battle of Armageddon, this is kind of like a surprise attack against the humans.
Yep.
The orc replacement.
They're just doing the best they can.
Yeah. Last time I read the history of the Battle of Armageddon, I was in Sunday school. And it was in Revelations.
Well, that might be appropriate today.
And if I remember correctly, the humans kind of lose. Let's see. All right.
The reason you wouldn't move. Yes, there is a penalty for moving at 6. It is a -1. I may have forgotten to assess it a couple times. There is a -1 penalty for moving. Yes. But we've been playing that sauce for the gander, so it's. But yes, it is a -1. Good point. Range. It is. If one finger is in range, everybody's in range. But line of sight is by individual fig.
Okay. Second squad is going to shoot at these guys.
Yeah, they're flying up above the battlefield, to be sure. Anybody not able to see?
Not worried about line of sight.
No.
I'm not sure why anybody wouldn't be. They're considered in the air.
Yeah, that's my point. No, I agree. Yeah. Ooh, and those are the guys with the missile launchers. Ew. All right. Are they in range though with the 24 inches? Just checking.
They are, just barely.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that will be 8 for 5s coming from the guns first. 8 for 5s.
Okay.
1.
Wow.
And then the missile launcher is 1 for 5. No. So one possible hit, and that's a 5 or better, Mike.
No.
No. 2 hits there. Okay. OJ.
All right.
So
I'll
so
move.
Jim, when you were building this army, you said, "How can I make the suckiest army possible?"
I did not do that. I did not do that. I was dealing with Imperial Guard.
Where they only hit on like 7s on a 6-sided die, and
Just remember, he was
And they have-
building this with Eleanor in mind. So
and they have no air power. And
Yeah, the one thing I did not anticipate, why I didn't anticipate it, I didn't know, is that my son would come with all this air power.
Mm-hmm.
all right.
So
can I
all
see
that terrain
any-
would just become meaningless because they fly over it.
No, these guys are tucked in.
Okay. Even though these bases. were-
Yeah, they're
that's
tucked
what
in.
I-
They're tucked in.
Okay, and that's fine because I can go here against the ogres at the 30 range.
All right, what you got?
Just tractor beam.
With
Tractor
who?
beam.
They have no line of
So
sight.
these
There's no
these
line of
guys
sight
up
there.
here,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're right.
the
Yep.
wall.
Okay. So nothing's in line of sight there. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
done.
I'm just getting used to all of these guys being up in the air. So it's
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
too.
2. Yeah, you got 2 units plus your guy. Yeah.
Well, wait a
Achilles.
minute. This is artillery. It doesn't have over.
Yeah, it does.
overshoot.
Yeah, and you need to have indirect fire in order for that to be the case.
Okay, so not everything has indirect fire. Even though
Correct.
artillery.
Right, that's an ability.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So these are more like direct fire artillery.
Well, no, they're long-range weapons, but they do have to be directly fired. Yeah,
Yeah.
they do have long range. Is my point.
Right.
they're
So
Napoleon
more-
cannons that can shoot
they're-
200 miles.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind
I
of
was
it.
going to say I was going to say they're more like an infantry gun, right? They're not really meant for.
Yeah, this is one of the multiple absurdities of the 40K universe. If you think about it too much,
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Because most planets curve at some point.
yeah, you're gonna hit the nap of the Earth before anything happens. Yeah, you're not wrong.
we're orcs. We're flat earthers.
True. Achilles, you're up.
Am I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was still him.
I'll go again. I'm
don't-
happy to.
I don't actually think I have anybody left to shoot. Oh, this. Well, I might as well use them. The
Mhm.
snipers.
Yeah.
Can they
Yeah. Sure.
shoot at these guys? I don't know what good that'll do, but still.
I don't know what they've. That's not as bad as you might think.
I'm thinking pretty bad, so that's a low bar.
I guess. Let's see what sniper does. Huh. Okay, so actually wow. That's insane. No, it's much better than you think. This is three dice for 2s.
No, that's not bad.
All of them. And it's an AP minus, so it's an AP 1. So it's you need 6s.
Kilo's going down. Oh,
What?
Oh, come on.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Ah, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
OJ.
All right. So my ultra bosses here.
Uh-huh.
If they rush, it's 12 across. The
No,
river.
it's 6 inches. No more if you hit a river.
Okay, 6 inches. Okay, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So
You
they
can go
do
no more than...
this.
No, you can... 6. Back up.
Okay. So they
Get your
stop
feet wet.
in the river.
Yep.
Get your feet wet.
Okay.
You're crossing that river. And you're going to
That's
go
fine.
6 more inches as you leave it.
Okay.
Mhm.
That's it. They're done.
Achilles.
I can no longer do anything.
OJ.
All right. Specialist orcs are going to rush. I'm just making sure they didn't have a fast trait.
These are not colored bases.
See-through bases almost. There, he'll stay there. All right. And nothing else for Achilles.
Yep.
No.
It's just you at this point.
Okay. And my Ultra Boss.
Yeah, Velker, your air power is nasty.
Just
Good.
out of curiosity.
That's why I brought it.
The Ultra Boss, can he go this way
Nope.
straight through? Or is he
Nope.
have to,
You gotta go around.
That's what I figured.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll go here for 6, and he'll rush because he can't see anything to shoot anyways. Done.
Tritark, it's nice to hear that you like something we're playing. That's good. Hey, Daniel, good to see you, man. All right. Anybody else? You're done, OJ?
Yeah, I've moved everything.
All right. What time are we at? Oh, we're in good shape. We'll do one more turn. We won't do our full 4 because I think we know how this is going, and Achilles is going to have to withdraw. But I want to see if he can put a little more punishment, because that would actually affect This will eventually affect the number of counters that are left on the board as Achilles is forced to withdraw on our battle board.
Well, Delanar is forced to withdraw on your battle board.
Yeah, good point. Good point. So Achilles, begin.
Okay. Fury is going to take a shot at this plane.
He is bound and determined to shoot that thing. That is only fair. Okay, so it is a Nova Cannon 36. It is, as ever, 1 for 5. No.
Nope.
OJ.
The plane is going to take off.
Ooh. Avoiding death. Very good.
Yeah.
Achilles.
Chicken.
Chicken.
Ooh, doing your inner Vance. Good job.
Okay. Primus is going to shoot at these helicopters.
Is he now? So he's got the Nova Cannon, and it's a 4. 1 for 4. No.
Oh, golly.
OJ.
I'm
All right.
I'm rolling like Ron, so there you go.
Yeah, you might as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
What you doing there? Oh, getting those copters out of the way, too.
Oh, wait a minute. Were they fast? Yeah, so they got another 2 inches that they can go.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then the question becomes, they're at what, 20?
I'd say.
So, rapid plasma.
Yeah, you've got the rapid plasma rifle.
Yep.
2 for 5. Because you moved, see. One hit. Yeah. And on that one...
I'm sorry, who are we shooting at?
These guys.
Oh, no, who's he shooting at?
Sorry. He's shooting at your conscripts.
Ah, yeah.
Because he's a jerkface that way. The AP4. Yeah, so it's 2 for 6. That's, oh, God, he only hit 1, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you only had
1 for
hit,
6.
But is it? Oh, okay. Dang it. All right, there we go.
Nope. Yoink. And it's your turn, Achilles.
Okay. I think the conscripts are going to shoot back.
Gonna get a little love back there? Yeah, why not? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That will be 8. 8 for 6s. One, 2 for 4.
Man, I can't even hit average tonight.
No, Mike, that wasn't for you.
Oh,
That
I'm
was
sorry.
that. Now Achilles gets to roll 2 for 4. There you go. So now, Mike, it is 3 for 5 for you. 2 kills another one, And hangs one there. Okay.
My turn.
And it is your turn.
All right, the Titan's gonna jump the river.
It's Yahoo. It's freaking Yahoo.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. What was his range? 26
6 and a half. 26 and a half, 27. What do you got that reaches that far? Oh, that
The
quad heavy.
and the Death Storm.
All right, we'll start with the quad heavy. That's 12 for 5s.
I love this. Not only does he have air superiority, but he also brought the Death Star.
That's 3. And then, so that's 3 with an AP 1. That's an armor of 4. So 3 for 5s on the Ogren.
Okay.
Well, covered 1. And the other weapon was the
Death Plasma.
Death Storm Plasma Cannon. Yeah. That is 3 for 5.
And did you take the -1 for moving?
I did. Now I've got that locked in, I think. Nothing.
Nothing.
Achilles.
Okay. First squad is going to shoot at these helicopters.
If nothing else, we're going to kill us some helicopters. Oh my gosh.
They're not helicopter, they're buzzins.
They're buzzins. That's true.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 5 for 5. What's this again? That's the autocannon, yeah. So 5 for 5 straight. 2. Let's mark that off because the other one's got a big AP. So let's do 2 for 5s, I think. Yeah, 2 for 5s. Nope, got them both. Got them both. And now the autocannon.
Okay.
That
What is that?
is
That's
3
1?
for 5s. AP2. Nothing. OJ.
All right. We'll take the Orc Specialists
Mm-hmm.
and rush them. They here against here.
Mm-hmm.
They can't shoot because they rushed.
Yeah.
And that leaves it open to Achilles.
All right.
All right. I think the missile's the only thing that can hit. Is it?
That's his range. What's the range?
30. I think it's 30.
And that's a 30-inch
28.
weapon.
28.
Yeah, it's 30 inches. Look at that. She'll take the missile lock on from over there. Yeah. That'll be 1 for 5. No.
Boy, not tonight.
Not tonight. Not happening tonight. OJ, you're saving it up against CT tomorrow.
That's what it is.
My Ultra Boss is moving 6. A question: up there on the bridge, is he above this?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, what we
I'm
talking about?
good either
What are you
way.
talking about shooting at?
Ogres. That's the only thing.
I'd say no.
Target on.
Yeah, I'd say no. That
Okay.
bridge is artificially high.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. All right, Achilles, you got something left?
Yeah. Speaking of artificially high,
Mm-hmm.
the ogres are going to shoot at these helicopters.
They're just gonna. I'm gonna get them. They got them grenade launchers with a blast, which is pretty wicked. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 4 for 4s. 3. Now, each hit is a blast, which is 3. And as I read this math, and somebody's going to correct me when they watch this video, somebody's going to fix it, but each attack from weapons with this rule, ignore cover, no problem, and multiplies its hit by X, but it can't deal more hits than models in the target unit. So I don't know if that applies to the individual figure or to everybody that's attacking. So my question is, there's 4 guys here. Achilles just rolled for them. He's got 3 for sure. So does he have 3 though? Or does he in fact have 9? And I think he has 9. Is my guess.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Because there are actually it's 2. I'm sorry. So it should be 6. It should be 6.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are 6 hits there. There's no AP on that. So it's 6 hits and you need 5s, Mike. Man.
Oh my goodness. Jeez.
Still
But
killed
got
another one.
Yep.
Mike.
All right, my buzzing's gonna return fire. Actually,
So he's one of the he's I'm assuming he's your rapid plasma rifle guy.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Well, like I say, generally speaking, I assume you get rid of the best weapon last.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what we want to say. Anyway, that is they haven't moved, so that is 2 for 4. 1. And that's for 6.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, that's
Yay.
that. Oh, he saved it. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
Saved it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well,
What are you
save.
doing?
Yeah. What are you doing? It's like the one good roll he got. The man wants to take it away from him.
It was so unexpected.
Oh, that's it. Achilles, you're up.
Okay. Well, I only got one thing left, and that's
Mhm.
the snipers. So
Mhm.
they're going to take a shot at this helicopter.
Of course. Why wouldn't they? After all,
Why wouldn't they?
that is 3 for 2s. Two. And they're at an AP1, I think. Yeah. Which means these boys need 6s. 2 for 6.
Got him.
Took out a whole unit. Look at that. Okay. OJ.
All right. These guys can only move 6. It's gonna. Can they get up here on top of the wall then?
No, you can't cross that.
You can't cross that
No.
at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Got to go through the hole, man.
That's why I made holes.
Can I get over this fence then?
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah, if
get
you
back.
move enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can climb these.
Okay. Thank you. All right. They're done. Achilles, you were done with everything, right?
Yeah, that was all mine.
And the goblins had already cleared the river,
Yeah.
so they can move 12 if they
Mhm.
want to rush.
Mr. Wargaming, what a pleasure. Johnny Backblast. Johnny Backblast, nice.
Oh, nope, they rushed, so they can't shoot. So
Right.
they're done. And the last thing I have to move is my artillery.
All right. Oh, your goblin artillery, yeah.
Yeah. They can rush at 12, but then that's a penalty because they're slow, so they can only move 8, I think.
Well, remember you got the river too.
Well, they went over the bridge.
They're going to go over the bridge.
Oh, got it. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, right. I mean, it's 8.
Okay.
All right. So this Mr. Wargaming, who is a pleasure always to see, is what 2,000 points of Imperial Guard look like, facing off against 2,800 points of, I will have to admit, don't listen to this boy when I say this, much better chosen orcs.
Basically, what you end up with is Rourke's Drift if the Zulus had air power.
Yeah, I'm struggling to disagree with you and failing. Yeah, it's that said, I really like this system. This is what I remember 40K being like. It's not heavy, it's not dense, it's not a pain in the butt, and it's got some fun things going on. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, ignoring the fact that it's entirely possible I utterly jacked up the scenario by buying bad armies. What do you think of the system?
I like
I
it.
personally, I blame Ron, but
Yeah.
it's fun. I mean, you can figure it out pretty fast, so that's not too hard.
Yeah.
OJ?
It's a nice beer and pretzel game.
Yep.
I mean, it's obviously
As I
it's,
said before,
Yeah,
it doesn't make it a bad game. It just makes it a nice, leisurely, enjoyable game.
Mhm.
yeah, exactly casual. It's casual.
It's a casual
Sometimes
game.
it's nice
Yeah.
to have something that's not so complicated.
That's true. I mean, obviously, this is an entire genre of gaming that I know nothing about. But
Uh-oh. Has says he likes it too. That's good to hear. No, I like it. I like what it does. I like what it tries to do. The other game we will play in this campaign, because this is a campaign, obviously the Imperial Guard is losing here. I have to figure out, looking at Jervis Johnson's rules, whether I have to take a counter away from the orcs, or if they just get to steamroll and keep going. I'm going to save this real quick.
Did you want to show the campaign map?
I do. That's exactly right.
Didn't quite make it to the second objective.
Yeah. But you would have. I mean, if we'd gone to the fourth turn, you'd had all three, probably. I just didn't want to take it all the way to the fourth turn. I didn't think there was much point.
No.
I was going to murder these guys, though.
Yeah, and I'm going to take that into account. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the map from which we were playing. And for those who are playing along with our home game, this is the battle that you just saw.
At least we weren't in the Crimea.
Well, that's yet. So as you can see, we have a bunch of others that are coming up. I still haven't quite figured out how to work in fortifications to my satisfaction. I thought that was fine. I thought it channelized Mike. I also felt that it dealt reasonably well with the river. It does crack me up, by the way. I think it's labeled that way here, isn't it, somewhere? The name of the river is? Because this is the Hell's Reach
right
River. This is the river Stygius. This is the river Styx we're fighting over. So, But, and to borrow Achilles' reference, if it hasn't dawned on you, this is the Avalon Hill Stalingrad map.
Can Velker keep picking my armies for me?
OJ would like you to keep picking his armies.
All right.
Just have Velker pick both armies.
Yeah, we'll just have Velker pick... Oh, that would be it. Just have Velker pick both armies.
No.
We max on both sides.
Deserve
I'm gonna be
Velker.
biased.
Yeah, that's your problem, though. He's going to be biased in favor of the orcs.
I'll slip Velker some dollars under the table to help me out.
So yeah, this is so this one obviously is going to go, and the humans are going to have to withdraw to maybe to these Ashen Wastes or something like that after probably losing a counter. There'll be a counter lost here. The really interesting part is that this was the result of Mike playing one card, combat and movement. So that was actually his first card play. You'll see that in the video. So he played a single card, called for combats, and wound up with 1, 2, 3 combats. The thing about this one is it's 1 for 1. So this one's going to be a little different. The other game system that we will play with this is Epic Armageddon, which is obviously a bit broader out. And each one of them is playing a portion of what would have been a truly massive battle. So we'll see how we go. So as you can see, we're going to get a lot of battles out of this, and we'll see how they all kind of roll together. I thought this went remarkably well. The poisonality. The he lives in a truck down by the river. Oh yeah, Tritarch. I mean, if it hasn't been made clear from what I just said, you know, on a rules basis, Games Workshop cannot compete with one-page rules. They just can't. It's a better rule set. It's got the crunch. It's got a little complexity. There is a little bit. The orcs feel orky. You know, if that's a thing to say. The Imperial Guard feels like it should. They manage that. And it isn't filled with junk. and the fact that I was able to take two guys who had never played it before, show them the game tonight, and they had a good time, and they set it up for me so that I can go build another battle, and it'll be very much like the other one. Although I think the odds here are a little better, aren't they, Mike? Or are they the same?
No, I think
This is
no.
14.
No, it was 4-1, I think.
14. This is 30.
Because you total them up and divide by 7.
Yeah. So this is still nasty. This doesn't get much better for our friends, the humans.
11, 14, 24,
Yeah.
30. I forgot. Was it divide by 7 or divide by 4?
I'll find that out. So it's bad. So to answer your question, Mr. Wargaming, it's a rough situation right now. But that's always the case, right? I mean, that is ever the case for our friends, the humies. So we shall see.
Well, sure. What part of Armageddon is supposed to be good for humanity?
Yeah. Haz is taunting you. Hey, let's ask Achilles how it went. No, and one of my other hopes is that I would build different scenarios and different people would come in and play so that OJ and Dalinar could manage the overall strategic situation, and then individual players would play the small stuff. You know, they would come down and play the small stuff and give the frustration to Dalinar and OJ. What do you mean you lost my entire army? You know, stuff like that. All the while with Velker building the forces.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I thought Ron was in the chat yelling at somebody.
No. So this was a great start. Won't say it was perfect. Won't say we got everything right. If we got something wrong, let me know. I want to learn the rules. It's like it's more than 4 pages, but not a whole lot more. And a lot of it is nuance and interpretation. So I want to get all that right as we can. And so tomorrow, join us. Achilles will be back. He'll be in a place that he's familiar with, but maybe you'll all have forgotten about. We're going to play Chain of Command, flanking Saint-Germain-du-Père. So please be there for that. And on Saturday, it's something for GDA too. I just have to figure out how much I can get done before the weekend. We will have to see on that. So in the meanwhile, thank you all so much for coming along and helping us laugh a little bit tonight. Thank you to those who played. Until we meet again, please take care of yourselves and one another. We'll talk soon. Pause.
Good night, Ian Jackson.